Hello friend, wild boar populations have skyrocketed in Spain, posing a threat to city suburbs. Authorities are warning people to stay away from them as incidents involving wild boars continue to rise. Last year alone, more than 1,200 incidents were recorded in Barcelona. The pandemic has exacerbated the problem as lockdowns have pushed wild boars into quieter urban areas. The investigations have revealed numerous cases of wild boar attacks on humans, with some even targeting police in attempts to drive them away. With Spain's wild boar population expected to exceed 2 million by 2023. Many are asking whether it is time to introduce more effective measures to manage this growing menace. To prevent these attacks from happening, the Spanish government has turned to wire snares as a common method of controlling the growing wild boar population. These snares are particularly effective when placed strategically near agricultural areas, forest edges, or areas with surplus food. Setting up these traps requires patience on the part of the hunter who sets them and waits for the boars to take them. Only around 1,500 snares are allowed to be set up in the Catalonia region, where wild boar are most active. Data from Spanish Hunting Institute shows that the method is effective in controlling wild boar numbers. In Catalonia, more than 4,000 wild boars were trapped using wire snares in 1 year, reducing the number of wild boar attacks on residential areas. The snares are checked regularly to ensure they do not harm non-target animals and are effective in catching wild boars. To hunt legally, hunters must obtain a license from the regional authorities after completing a mandatory course. In some regions, such as Castilla-La Mancha, over 50,000 licenses are issued each year. Ensuring hunters are well prepared to responsibly manage wild boar populations and protect the environment. Winter boar hunting in Spain is a stressful and important activity. In areas such as Catalonia and Castilla-La Mancha, hunters use Winchester 308 rifles to target boars at ranges of up to 200 yards. These areas see hundreds of boars culled each winter, with over 5,000 boars culled in a single season in some areas. The cold, snow-covered terrain makes tracking and moving through dense forests difficult. Hunters must concentrate and use their physical stamina to move efficiently across the terrain. Winter boars are more aggressive, and this makes safety a major concern for hunters. Hunters have a responsibility to accurately report their findings. By identifying tasks, they can determine the age of the wild boar, which helps monitor population trends. If a hunter reports a 3-year-old wild boar, this provides valuable data to understand the age distribution of wild boars in the area. These reports are important for finding better solutions and creating new countermeasures.
Here they are.
The government has stepped in to allow hunters to play a key role in controlling the wild boar population. This strategy has sparked some debate. What do you think of these methods? Do you have any alternative ideas to tackle this problem? In recent weeks, wild boars have been rampaging through the suburbs of San Antonio, Texas, causing serious damage and raising safety concerns for residents. More than 200 wild boars have been spotted in residential areas, destroying lawns, trampling people's gardens, and causing chaos in public parks. In one serious incident at Brackenridge Park, more than 30 wild boars damaged several playgrounds and destroyed hundreds of dollars worth of landscaping. Just last week, 2 major traffic accidents were caused by wild boars crossing busy intersections. Officials are calling it a crisis, with city management teams estimating the damage at more than $50,000, calling for immediate intervention to prevent further escalation and protect residents. In response to the continued wild boar attacks throughout San Antonio, officials have organized the state's first controlled hunting competition, scheduled to take place in the rugged terrain just outside Leon Valley. The area, dense with brush and hills, is prime wild boar territory and a major entry point into urban areas. Scheduled for late October. The competition will require each participant to have a current Texas hunting license and complete a rigorous 3-day safety and tracking training specifically tailored to keep them away from residential areas. Hunters will use approved firearms calibrated for close-range accuracy in dense undergrowth. Each team must bring night vision equipment as wild boars are most active after dark. Participants will be tasked with capturing, tagging, and properly documenting each wild boar to collect valuable population data. The competition will allow each hunter to capture up to 80 wild boars in a week, with up to $10,000 in rewards for effective teamwork and adherence to safety protocols. Texas officials expect more than 150 skilled hunters to attend, and the event will be closely monitored to ensure ethical practices. The contest is Texas' first major push against the threat of wild boar populations, with ethical hunting including not hunting pregnant and young wild boars. For their second wild boar hunt, preparation was everything. This time the hunters went all out, setting up metal feeders, filling them with 200 pounds of corn, and choosing pig syrup bait to attract the animals in droves. In the dense woods, they set up high-tech cameras hooked up to phones waiting to record the hog's every move. After scouring the Base Pro shop for sturdy blinds, night vision cameras, and everything they needed to hide, they headed out into the rugged backcountry. According to the Texas Wildlife Management Association, strategically placed corn baits have transformed the hunt, luring the elusive wild boars out of hiding and into view. This intense competition begins at 5:30 a.m., with hunters allowed to use the high-powered .30 caliber rifles necessary for successful feral takedowns. If hunters miss their target, They are safe from any immediate threats because reinforced tents have been erected just 20 yards from the bait area, allowing them to wait quietly and be ready for the next opportunity. After a successful hunt on the Great Plains of Texas, the hunter is tasked with responsibly collecting the wild boars. With the hogs weighing up to 300 pounds, transportation requires specialized trucks equipped with heavy-duty lifts that are used to load and secure them. From the hunt site, they are transported 15 miles to a designated processing facility overseen by the Texas Department of Wildlife Management. What sets these animals apart from domestic pigs? Their history begins about 9,000 years ago, when Eurasian wild boars were first domesticated and kept for centuries as farm animals in Europe and Asia. In the 16th century, Europeans brought those pigs with them when they settled in North America, Australia and beyond. But some of those pigs escaped or were freed and went on to establish populations in the wild, some even breeding with wild boar that had never been domesticated. Next, the most pressing issue that many people are concerned about at the moment is the wild boar attack. At approximately 1:11 a.m. on July the 2025, a woman in her 50s was attacked by a wild boar in the Sullivan Ardee area, Berrajondo, located between Bundaberg and Gladstone, Queensland, Australia. The victim suffered leg injuries from the wild boar attack with gored and was rushed to the hospital. Currently, her condition is reported to be stable. The incident has attracted the attention of the local community and wildlife control groups. To address the widespread issue of feral pigs, Australian authorities have identified ground hunting as an effective and rapid solution. This method is both focused and practical, making a significant impact on pest control.
Bir tane daha.
Hunters equipped with rifles like the 243 or 308 carefully track these invasive animals, often with trained dogs to assist in locating them. In optimal close-range conditions, hunters aim precisely to dispatch the pigs humanely. Although usually conducted in accessible areas, ground hunting can be adapted to suit difficult terrain such as dense bushland or rugged outback, using special positioning equipment and thermal sights for low visibility conditions. This method is most effective during dry or drought seasons when pigs congregate near scarce water sources, making them easier to locate. The figure for a single hunting season in Australia is almost 10 times higher than the 170,000 reported by local land services (LLS) over 2 years. Would you believe it? Complementing this, aerial hunting serves as a highly effective strategy for controlling feral pigs in remote or difficult to access areas such as wetlands or expansive outback regions. Hunters use semi-automatic 308 rifles, like the 308 Winchester, with 130 gra or 135 gra hollow point or protected point bullets, delivering 2685 to 2699 FTLBs of muzzle energy at a maximum range of 70 meters. The helicopters used in this hunting operation are equipped with advanced technology such as thermal cameras and can fly at high speeds of up to 160 mph close to the ground, helping hunters detect and destroy targets quickly and accurately. flyback procedure confirms each pig's death, with additional shots if signs of life remain. Safety is critical, with shooters trained through programs like FAST in NSW and pilots approved by the Civil Aviation Safety Authority. Measures ensure minimal suffering, such as locating and humanely dispatching dependent piglets under 5 weeks old and avoiding shots near sensitive livestock. The NSW Feral Pig and Pest Program 2024 to 2025, backed by $13,100,000, 0 cents, completed 49 aerial operations by June 2025, surpassing its target of 46 and controlling over 112,000 feral pigs in priority areas like Riverina Northwest and Western Australia, demonstrating its impact on managing this invasive species. There is a growing trend towards consuming wild boar meat as a sustainable management practice. Companies like Tara Medinas have partnered with landowners to ethically harvest game meat, including wild boar, for the catering market. According to ABC News, eating wild boar helps reduce the population while also benefiting the environment with a low carbon footprint, as it eliminates a pest. However, there are concerns about food safety, with recommendations that wild boar meat be inspected by a trained meat safety inspector. And this is Lubbock, Texas. Imagine waking up at dawn, stepping outside and being hit with the nightmare that your crops have been destroyed, fences obliterated. The culprit is wild boars. Millions of them are ripping through America's heartland, causing billions in damage. But here in West Texas, farmers aren't fighting back with guns. No, they've come up with something far smarter, so effective it's turning heads and sparking a political firestorm. Last summer, a farmer near Interstate 87 checked his fields and was met with disaster when 50 acres were destroyed overnight. The culprits were caught on camera, a herd of 30 wild hogs, each weighing 250 pounds, and with tusks large enough to tear up fields. One wrong move and the invasive species could attack. This isn't just a battle in Texas, it's a nationwide crisis, affecting farms from Georgia to California. Wild hogs destroy all manner of property. They tear up land, contaminate water supplies, and carry diseases like pseudo-rabies that threaten livestock and even humans. The damage is estimated to cost more than $2,500,000,000 a year across the United States. But the most notable is the political. In Texas, some lawmakers are pushing for unlimited hunting, arguing that it's the only way. Others say hunting only disperses the hogs, making the problem worse. And are demanding money for smarter solutions. Farmers in Lubbock are no longer patient. They're taking matters into their own hands. So how do you stop a wild hog invasion without using guns? Just outside Lubbock, farmers are using a method so effective it can take out an entire herd in one go. It's called pen trapping, and it's a high-stakes game where precision is everything. One small mistake and the hogs are gone. Here's the strategy from Lubbock. Farmers look for signs of wild hogs, footprints, disturbed soil, or muddy puddles near streams. One farmer discovered a hotspot near the Brazos River, where wild hogs raid his fields at night. The farmer built a 40-foot wide cage trap with 5-foot high steel plates attached to T-posts, strong enough to withstand a charging hog. Inside, they spread corn and fruit scraps to lure the hogs to the trap, but the farmers had to wait and be patient for a week, letting the hogs in and out to get used to the trap. The goal wasn't one, but a whole herd. And then the decisive moment. Using a surveillance camera connected to a smartphone app, the farmer waits until the entire herd, and sometimes as many as 40, are deep inside. One tap and the gate snaps open. The wild boars panic, crashing into the steel, but the trap holds. In one night, the farmer has caught 32 wild boars, saving his fields from further destruction. It's a tense victory, but the work isn't over yet. Captured wild hogs are carefully loaded into trailers, and farmers wear protective gear because tusks and disease are real risks. In Texas, USDA Wildlife Services steps in, taking the hogs to processing plants or, if necessary, culling them to stop the spread of disease. In 2024 alone, farmers in Lubbock captured more than 60,000 wild hogs this way, eliminating the need for hunting. The fight isn't over. Wild hogs reproduce rapidly, with sows producing up to 10 hoglets per litter and giving birth to 2 litters a year. Farmers combine traps with electric fences to block the hogs' paths and use motion sensing lights to scare them away. In Lubbock, these efforts reduce crop damage by 35% in just one season, proving that strategy can beat chaos. Meanwhile, politics continue to escalate. Hunters say trapping is knocking down their hobby, while ecologists warn that wild hogs are knocking down native species like deer and quail. In Austin, lawmakers have yet to agree on funding trapping programs or loosening hunting laws. Farmers remain focused, working tirelessly to protect their land. Their success is sending a clear message.
Ne oldu?
Wolves remain a serious problem in the Wyoming wilderness, wreaking havoc on sheep ranches. Each sheep attack costs farmers $200, putting them in dire straits. Nationwide, these attacks are estimated to cost the economy more than $30 million annually. In response, more than 60,000 people have joined protests, calling for the government to take drastic action to address the problem. If you are a farmer facing this threat, what would you do to protect your livestock? Share your solutions. As wolf attacks became more serious, farmers were forced to find more drastic solutions to protect their sheep. More than 70,000 people took to the streets to protest and demand a quick solution from the government. As a result, professionally trained hunting dogs combined with GPS technology tracked and chased away wolves for farmers. In just 3 months, attacks dropped by 60% and more than 3,800 wolves were knocked down, giving farmers new hope. However, strict regulations on hunting licenses were maintained to ensure the humanness and safety of hunters and animals. While effective, Baiting can attract unrelated animals, adding to the hunter's risk while hunting. Some hunters believe that preparing carcasses is a way to gain more time to approach wolves without interrupting the hunt. If you are a hunter, are you in favour of this approach? Wolf hunting in Wyoming is always stressful. Hunters not only use bait but also make use of a rabbit-like device, invented in 2008 by a group of local hunters. This device attracts wolves more effectively than carrion because it accurately imitates the sounds that the animals cannot resist. However, wolves are very alert and quickly detect hunters in their natural environment. Therefore, hunters must disguise themselves carefully, wear dark clothes, and remain silent to avoid being discovered. While dealing with wolves is a serious issue for farmers, another silent threat comes from the red fox. In states like Oregon, where over 3,000 chicken farms operate, red foxes have been wreaking havoc for more than 10 years. Each year, farmers lose thousands of chickens to these nocturnal predators. The problem is particularly severe because fox cubs dig burrows near farms, making it harder to control the population. With chicken farms sprawling across the area, foxes thrive on the abundance of resources, leaving farmers in a constant battle for survival. In areas like Montana, hunters are legally allowed red fox hunting. But in places like California, strict laws prohibit hunting without the proper license and carry fines for non-compliance. Hunters use .22 or 223 caliber rifles to quickly take down red foxes. The license limits hunters to a certain number of foxes in a season, no more than 5 red foxes. Daytime red fox hunting is important because nighttime hunting disrupts the delicate ecosystem, especially near farms. Red fox hunting at night can endanger other animals. Wildlife management in the United States is a complex balance between protecting livelihoods and preserving ecosystems. Solutions like hunting dogs, advanced tracking tools, and regulated firearm use help mitigate the damage caused by invasive species. However, debates continue over alternative methods that could minimize harm and foster coexistence between humans and wildlife.
Woo!
What do you learn in each hunting experience with mousefarm? If you are a hunter, after watching this video, you will see the responsibilities of American hunters in dealing with and preventing wild animals to protect the farm. See you in the next content.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.